And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The drive will start with an option going left. Uses the stiff arm. And he's got room. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
Meanwhile, Willis throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Second down, here's Willis. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Opting to run again here with White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that already.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They run straight ahead here with White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Bucs at 14-1 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points.
And into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Buccaneers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. First down, here's White. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, It's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Lawrence. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 66 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They stay on the ground with White. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
White. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
for Gallus now on for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Play action. Here's Willis. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Willis to throw once more. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. 2nd down throw coming by Willis. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jalen Guyton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a third down. Here's Lawrence. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A quick throw, but incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Open man has got one. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw on second and 10. Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now Lawrence on third and long. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself and not take so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on second and 10. Willis now off of play action. He's going to look deep for more. Willis throws another interception, his third of the game. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with White. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Byron Jones getting to him from the secondary. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this 2nd half.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They go play action with Willis. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Willis. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Willis with a quick throw out wide. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's a defense you want balance when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Willis on 3rd and goal. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Robert Tonyan from 8 yards out. And the Panthers are back within a score. The extra point up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
17, Panthers 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, Lawrence. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he fields it cleanly. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
He's going to look deep for more.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
3rd down, it's Willis.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Willis, fourth down, has to have it. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Come on.
Willis saw the option to the right. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 122 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They go with White on the counter. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yard.